a very good afternoon and welcome back to Baku. It's the opening day of competition here at the second Grand Slam in 2014, and we're in the capital of the oil-rich Azerbaijan here in Baku. We've got 5 categories to look at. 3 women's, the under 48, the under 52 and the under 57 kilo category, and 2 men's, the under 60 and the under 66 kilo category. The only thing left for us to bring you in this final block are all the medal matches, and we're going to start with the first of the bronze medal matches in the under 48 kilo category. That contest is between Natalia Kondratieva of Russia and Valentina Moscat of Italy. I'm a little bit surprised about the Italian being fit enough for this bronze medal match. She had a bit of a sore arm. She was arm locked in her last contest, and I'll be surprised if she comes out here, but you never know. Tough old birds, the Italians. We'll follow that with a second bronze medal match. Dilara Lokmanahim is going to face her teammate Sumia Akos. The 2 Turkish girls will have to battle it out for the second of the bronze medals. Now, the category that really took off was the under 60 kilo category for men. That was a terrific battle with 3 Azeris in there and 1 Russian. The Russian was Robert Shvirabadze. He lost out in the semi-final. We'll see him in the bronze medal match. He faces Sofian Milou of France. Before that, we have Sharafuddin Lutfiliev of Uzbekistan. He's up against one of the Azeris who was in there and really looking absolutely fantastic. 3 out of 4 Ippons. That was Ilgar Mushkiev. The other 2 Azeris in there, this will be the final, Orkan Safarov, but really the man on fire is I told you I should have had the papers. I can't believe it. I told you I should have had those papers. Anyway, it's Vugar Shirinli. Sorry about that. Took a second with all those names. That's the under 60 kilo category. The other category, the under 52 kilo category, will follow with that. Ilona Buryashenko of Russia faces Petra Nareks, and then Gulbadem Babumatarova of Turkmenistan faces Roni Schwartz of Israel. I'll get back to you with the full list of all the contestants. Kamal Khan Magomedov in the under 66 kilo category. That's another one to watch. He'll face Colin Oates of Great Britain. Colin Oates defeated Rishad Sobirov of Uzbekistan, and it was the 3rd time that they'd been up against each other, and it was the 3rd time that Colin Oates had done him. So something going on there. Poor old Sobirov having a tough time of the under 66 kilo category, and every time it appears to be with Colin Oates. Well, three times anyway. We've also got Annabelle Urani in an all-French matchup. She's in the final. 31 years old. She faces her teammate Priscilla Neto. But in the final of the under 57 kilo category, it'll be Slovenia's Flora Begetti to face Austria's Sabrina Filzmoser. There you go. No papers. Just off the top of my head. Tomorrow we'll have papers. We've got about 30 odd seconds to go, and as I say, the first of the contest is Natalia Kondratieva of Russia. She's going to be in the white judogi. She will face Valentina Moscat. The referee is about to take to the mat. The first of the contest will be refereed by Vladimir Nitka. Let's go and join our one mat, because all the action will be on one mat. Sit back and enjoy the action. Yeah, had a senior moment there when I couldn't remember Vugar Shirinli's name. Imagine that, the conqueror of Tadahiro Nomura.
We'll offer you some pictures of the beautiful city of Baku.
Those are terrific shots of Baku. I'll be asking the team that made those if I can have them. Why not? They're not going to use them again. Right, it's showtime now. Got the referee's name right, didn't they? There was a time when there'd have been 3 names to call, with the 2 corner judges. Mercifully, we're saved that. We're just the one. They're the 2 fighters then. Natalia Kondratieva on the left-hand side of your screen. Valentina Muscat on the right. Let's hope that her left arm isn't going to cause her too much trouble. Who it was that arm locked her in her previous fight. It's in the semi-final. Emily Rosinu, that's right. Rosinu arm locked Valentina Muscat in the semi-final, second of the semi-finals. A pretty tough, well, a strongly applied arm lock, let's call it that way. Left the Italian rubbing her arm. Sometimes I'm really shocked that they can come back out, because I've had a couple of arm locks, well, when I was a little bit younger, had those applied, and just it's weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks before you can get back on the mat. It's been about 2.5 hours, and here comes Valentina Muscat again. Kondratieva, I don't know, just never really put a lot of money on her. That's a Judo, and the thing is, there are 2 people sitting on the referee's desk who should see that. Twice Kondratieva pulled her lapel away from her opponent, and that's a Judo. You at home can see, but that's another one. I mean, they're all on the wrong side for the referee. He can't see that. So it's not his fault. He's got 2 colleagues who are supposed to support him in that. Anyway, first minute gone, and only Kondratieva able to come up with an attack. Muscat has been on the periphery, really, of not big time, but judo that, the top level, the really top level. It's not really in that top 20, I think, in the world. You really want to be in there to have a shout at medals in Grand Slams. Certainly at World Championship level. Kondratieva may be a shade better. And like most of the Russians, here's another problem for the arm. I think it's for the other arm this time. Well, that's the second time she's been arm locked today. I think it was the other arm last time round. This time it was the right arm. Fighters don't like that. They don't like to get caught with the same thing more than once. You get a reputation for not being able to defend an arm locks or strangles, or you get caught with uchimata or foot sweeps all the time. It's the second fight in a row that Muscat has had to tap out. This time she loses the bronze medal, and Natalia Kondratieva wins out there. That's quite a battle that's brewing in Russia, and those of you that watch international judo, if you want to focus on an internal battle rather than the international one, you can focus on the Russians in the under 48 kilo category. There'll be 5 or 6 of them. Imagine that, 5 or 6 of them battling away for that number 1 spot. In the under 48 kilo category. Be interesting to see who comes out on top in the next 18 months or so. Right, the second of the bronze medal matches is an all Turkish affair. Dilara Lokmanahim faces Sumia Akos. It'll be Lokmanahim in white and Akos in blue. Someone was explaining to me the other day the meaning of Lokman Hekim, Turkish. Doctor is one part of it. Hekim, Dr. Lokman, we're going to call her. But I've noticed here in Azerbaijan that Hekim is referee. I don't think the languages are at all related. Doctor and referee, they don't really equate, do they? Not really. Right, Dilara Lokmanahim on the left-hand side of your screen. Sumia Akos on the right. Not a lot to choose between this pair, and having just spoken about the head-to-head that's going to happen in Russia, actually the Turkish team have got a bit of a dilemma on their hands, because in addition to this pair, you've also got Ebru Şahin, who's yet to return from injury. They're all going to fancy a trip to Rio in 2016, aren't they? No love lost between that bunch when it comes to booking your seat. They'll all want to be at the top of that particular pile. Akos attempting to attack immediately with some kind of uchimata, but didn't have the hand in the right place, just the leg in there, and Lokmanahim easily defended that. Uchigari from Akos, she's the one sticking in the attacks to begin with. Almost countered there. That was Lokmanahim countering Akos and then turning when she lost her balance. Picks up the passivity penalty. She's prone to do that. Slow starter. Sometimes it's difficult to transfer your training routine to the competitive arena. Another good effort there from Akos. By that I mean there's nobody refereeing you during training, so you can take as long as you like to throw, to set up your attacks. And if that becomes your method of operation, it's difficult to get out of that and step up the tempo when you have to. Lokmanahim is Shido down at present. That was a poor effort from Lokmanahim. No chance of catching Akos with that. Thanks for the reminder about the term that I should apply to the two judges, contest judges. They sit and assist the referee. So you've got one mat official, because he's the one who's on the mat, and the others are judging the contest, and they sit just off the mat on a nearby table. Contest judges and the referee. One referee, two contest judges. Thanks for that reminder. Right-sided effort from Lochmanachim, but there's no bite to it. There's no real fear for Akos there. Second penalty picked up by Lochmanachim. It was a better effort. Torn between wanting to throw with Osotogari and perhaps turn to come in for Taatoshi or Seotoshi. In the end, none of those came up. Minute 40 odd, still plenty of time. No footwork from Lochmanachim. There it was, and see, there isn't the control there. There's the thought. Akos knows what she'd like to do, but there's no control on the way down. It's the second time that that's happened. That is to say, an initial attack from Akos, the attempted counter from Lochmanachim, and that should be a score there. Yuko should go on there. She was just turning off it, but I feel that there was enough there to get a score on the board. Yep, there it is. Well, she'd been threatening with that, mostly as a counter, but that time she initiated the attack. There was enough there from Lochmanachim. And now let's see how good the defence is. Uchimata attempted there from Akos, but Lochmanachim steps off that. And in comes a nice drop Ippon Seoinage, right-sided. We're not going to score that, though. Same technique, but this time from the ground. Inside the last minute. Good little battle. Sometimes they fall flat. The same countries taking part often be a little bit disappointing, not this one. Especially as we've already spoken about the focus that not only these two girls, but probably two others, and a couple of others who fancy their chances in 2016, and the way that injuries ravage the Turkish women's team, well, it's anybody's guess who's going to be fit, healthy, in the top of the ranking come 2016. They'll all be hoping it will be them, but there's just no way of telling. They're just injury prone. Last few seconds, and Lochmanachim throwing in that Ippon Seoinage effort, low right-sided, and that should be enough to see off her teammate Akos. That'll be it now. There's a quick look at the clock. Job done for Lochmanachim. Doesn't even look as though she's breathing heavily, does she? Travelled here together as teammates, have to go back on the same flight together. Maybe they're rooming, you never know. Sharing a room and having to battle it out here. Well, let's see how friendly they are at the end. I don't think they're sharing a room. It's all done and dusted without any frills, wasn't it?
We now offer you the highlights of the bronze medal fight.
Yeah, she's turning off the technique. Not quite enough to get away from it. Where does she land? And if you stop the landing, it's just out of our shot there. May have another one. Minakawa, the referee, had a good long look at it. He didn't give it immediately, but his two colleagues helped him out and said, yep, we think that's worth a score. And that was it. That was the score that separated the pair at the end. So bronze medal to Dilara Lokmanakim. Right, the first of the bronze medal matches in the under 60 kilo category. Sharafuddin Lutfiliev of Uzbekistan faces Ilgar Mushkiev of Azerbaijan. I wonder what kind of show Mushkiev can put on in this bronze medal match, because up until his loss, he was the hot man of the day. He really was. He looked terrific this morning. It was a pleasure to watch him. Lost out in the semi-final to his teammate Orkan Safarov. This crowd will go wild if Mushkiev throws Lutfiliev. That's what they'd like to see. And I think Mushkiev is going to be the one to look out for in this next 18 months. But it won't be today. It's a case of the bite a bit. One of them was going to go, especially in that exchange. There's nothing wrong with that. Good technique. So it's always a little bit tricky when the person that the crowd wants to win gets a real spanking, but nothing you could do. Mushkiev risked everything, got himself into that position, and it was whether he was able to pick Lutfiliev up or whether Lutfiliev got hold of him, and you can see quite clearly from that it was the latter. Brown on hand in this bronze medal match to call the Ippon there quite correctly as well. And it's a difficult one because where Brown is, he's not going to see this part. He's got to judge and see how much of the back landed, control, power and everything, and he calls it correctly despite the fact that he can't see how much of the back has landed. That's a good call.
The next fight, the second bronze medal fight for men under 60 kilo.
The second of the bronze medal matches now. Sofiane Milou of France faces Robert Shvidobadze of Russia. And it was Shvidobadze who was banging them around earlier on. Well, his turn came when he got absolutely slapped by Vugasharinli. Nijat Shikalizada in the front row there, second from the right. There comes Shvidobadze. And there's Milou. Crowd are quiet at the moment because they're waiting for an Azeri medal, and they would very much have liked Mushkiev to take one. He's quite a favourite here. They're shut out of the under 66 kilo category because the man that was in your screen a few minutes ago, Nijat Shikalizada, is injured, so he's not taking part. picked up an injury at the European Championships in Montpellier a week or so ago, and he's going to wait until he's fully fit before he gets back on the mat. Both fighters have picked up penalties. Shvidabadze is also involved in a 3 or 4 way match-up in Russia for the #1 spot there. Arsen Galstyan and Beslan Mudranov are the 2 fighters that he's going to have to get past if he wants to secure the top spot. Pretty tough when you've got the Olympic champion as one of them and the European champion as the other. So he's got his work cut out for him. There was a time when the Azeris could have ended up with 3 medals. They'll just get the 2 from this weight category, and that's because, well, they're guaranteed the 2 medals because the final is between 2 Azeris. Shvidabadze getting rolled over there, and the Udigarami is a possibility. Ooh. Good turn from the Russian. Momentarily in danger with the arm, but now working to free the leg. Doesn't look as though it's coming out, so the referee calls a mate. Sergei Kozmin is in the coach. Is in the coach's chair for Robert Shvidabadze. Yeah, if I was Shvidabadze, I wouldn't get up either. I'd feign serious injury if I was Shvidabadze, because Milu executed that technique really poorly. So much so that he could have caused Shvidabadze serious injury, just planting his face in the mat. There must be a case for when a technique is so poorly executed that the Tory becomes liable. Picks up a penalty here. You need to have sufficient care and attention of your for your opponent's well-being and safety in the execution of your techniques, and that didn't look as though that was happening there from Milu. Three penalties picked up by Milu. A minute 45 left to go. Shvidabadze just the one. Shvidabadze picks up a second penalty, this time for avoiding to take a grip. Well, it was the right thing to do from Shvidabadze. He wanted to go around the back and look for the Tanio Toshi, but he never really committed himself to it. In the end, he didn't move Milu. Not going to move him with one arm either. Not really enough there for the counter. Svidabadze looking at the referee, asking the question, what about that then, ref? Wasn't quite enough. Well, Svidabadze played the game for too long. Paid the price. 3 seconds away from the win. Ooh, that was close. Kosotagaki attempt from Svidabadze right at the death. Almost caught Milu. But he's in this position because he tried to play the Judo game. He was three Judos against Milu, one to Svidabadze, and he tried to coast. Ended up picking up 2 of his own, and that took them into golden score. Milu ended up looking like the better fighter in the second half of the contest. Obviously he didn't look that good in the first half because he picked up 3 Judos, but after that he looked the more threatening of the 2. The other thing was that he looked like the fighter who wanted it more. Svidabadze only ever looked like the fighter who wanted the clock to run out and looking for counters as well. You've got to be part the aggressor. And I haven't seen that from Svidabadze. Some effort from Milu has Svidabadze looking for acrobatics to avoid it, but took a little bit too long to get into the golden score. Just over a minute. No real attacks from Svidabadze, and it's Sofian Milu who takes the second of the bronze medals.
The next fights will be the bronze medal fights for women under 52 kilos.
Some words of wisdom being imparted there by the coach. Hopefully Sofian Milu would have soaked all of that up. Right, the bronze medal matches in the under 52 kilo category now.
In blue, representing Slovenia, the Slovenian champion, Baku. In white, the one from Russia, the current under 23 Russian champion, Ilona.
So coming to the mat now, Ilona Beryachenko of Russia faces Petra Nareks of Slovenia. It's Beryachenko in the white judogi, Nareks in blue.
Ready to welcome the judoka.
Right, we're underway at the first of the bronze medal matches in the under 52 kilo category. Narix still hanging around. She's been around for quite some time. Fancies a shot at Rio. Slow start by both fighters. Nobody yet really risking anything here. Early part of the day we had quite a number of ippons. Really was a very, very good preliminary session. Quite a number of big techniques. Nice to see some of those in the final block. Just the single Shido against Ilona Beryachenko. At the moment, minute and a half left to go. See if one of these two can come up with a score. Beryachenko felt that coming, turned off it and ended up on a front, so no score. Beryachenko picks up a second Shido, Narix her first. That's the left Oijigari from Narix. Beryachenko falling away from it. No real control from the Slovenian as they go to ground. Yeah. Well, Beryachenko saying that was right across the face. We don't have that angle, so we can't see. It was unfortunate if it was across the face. Difficult to see from here. See, even there it's difficult to see. Impossible to see.
The next fight will be the second bronze medal fight for women under 52 kilo.
Coming up next, Gulbadam Babamuratova of Turkmenistan faces Roni Schwartz of Israel.
The 2009 national champion,
Babamuratova in the white judogi, Schwartz in blue. Five more bronze medal matches to come, and then we'll start with the 5 finals. So we're halfway through the bronze medal matches then. Schwartz immediately onto that strong right-sided grip. Looking for Uchimata right-sided. Couldn't join up the two things there. That's the Ippon Seoinage effort and then the roll. Pause in between the two things meant that there couldn't be a score when Schwartz went over. Comes back again. Quite getting the turn that she needs. Babamuratova. Couldn't follow it up with something else. What was it earlier on that Letizia Blow, we're going to see her in a couple of matches time, a couple of contests time. She really has got good combinations. Needs to stand up a little bit better here. Oh, that was great. Big makikomi from Babamuratova. People on the far side calling for Ippon. I'm sure we'll get to see the replay of it, but looked pretty good from here. No, Wazari's the score. Something on the landing would have been lacking, and that's why the lesser score of Wazari rather than Ippon was given. Schwartz still in it then with 2 minutes left to go. Sotogaki, crowd don't like it, and the reason for that is that they don't think that she was on her back. Right, Lazari it is that's been given. Crowd a little bit happier with that. Makes for a nice contest now, doesn't it? Both fighters on Lazari. Yeah, caught this time. That was worth it on its own. Schwarz proving a little bit too strong for Babu-Muratova. And then she needed that strength to fight off Schwarz. It wasn't there. It was really powering her way past Babu-Muratova's defense and planting on her own back. So, Babu-Muratova losing out to Roni Schwarz. Weak Ouchigari effort from Babu-Muratova. There it is, there's nothing in there. And getting taken back.
The next fight will be the bronze medal fight for men under 66 kilos.
Right, coming up next in the under 66 kilo category, Janseh Smagulov of Kazakhstan faces Golan Polak of Israel. It'll be Smagulov in the white judogi and Polak in blue.
Once again, clap your hands.
Golan Polak lost out in his semi-final to Colin Oates. Smagulov, for his part, well, he defeated Elio Verde of Italy. Having lost out to Korea's Kim Lin Hwan in the first of the quarterfinals. We'll see the Korean Kim Lin Hwan in the next bronze medal match. not quite worth Yuko, that one. I thought it was pretty good. Cortez thought so, but was overruled. Pollack, beautifully done. Only going to come away with Yuko, but really quickly onto that. Smagolov up and onto Pollack's hip and then over. Yeah, just the Yuko. Good call again. It really looked like Smagolov saying, in the absence of anything else, I'll just throw this in. A little bit of desperation creeping in now as the clock begins to tick away. Minute and a half left to go. Smagolov's going to have to go for it at some stage. That Yuko on the board is going to cause real problems. He can't think that in such a short space of time Pollack will collect sufficient penalties to put him out of it, so it must be a score for Smagolov. He must come up with a score. Left it a little bit too late to begin to open up. A minute and a half ago, well, a minute and a half, at the minute and a half mark, that's when he should have been putting his foot down. With 27 seconds left to go, put in one attack and then at 16 another, and since then, well, Pollack has just been able to keep him out. Golan Pollack of Israel takes the first of the bronze medals in the under 66 kilo category.
Let's have a look at the highlights of the bronze medal fight.
Görüşüm en güzel anlarına bakar.
The next fight will be the bronze medal fight for men under 66 kilos.
Right, the second of the bronze medal matches now. Yildiz Zhumakanov of Kazakhstan faces Kim Lim-won of South Korea. It's Zhumakanov in white and Kim in blue.
White for Kazakhstan, the winner of the Olympic Grand Prix last year, Yildiz Zhumakanov.
Gül giyimde Kore'den Yunan Kim, Ak giyimde Kazakistan'dan 2013 yıl Almanya Grand Prix yarışının galibi Yildiz Zhumakanov.
I wonder if we're going to get any fireworks in this particular bronze medal match. Haven't seen anything to write home about yet. There's some bigger contests to come. Not quite enough for a score. Had the crowd gasping a little bit, but nothing really. Just Zhumakanov picking up the penalty there. Negative gripping, I think it was. Then he comes up with a nice Uchimata effort. And then his own Sutemi Waza. Kim is up to defending that, and there's no score. Another Sutemi Waza effort by Kim. This time Zhumakanov blocks that really easily. No real momentum in it to get Zhumakanov moving. That was better, and there's going to be an ippon there. Again, because Zhumakanov bridged. But it was a good technique from Kim. And ippon is the right thing to give here. Slow motion will show it better. What people will be looking at is, did his back touch the mat? Unfortunately, that's not the only thing you need to look at here, because when Jumakhanov goes over, it's not with a lot of speed. He's aware of what's happening, and that awareness triggers in him this attempt to bridge. There's the effort. You can see there. Clear. No doubt about it from that picture either. So Ippon for Kim Lim-won. We're probably going to see it pretty good here. Well, there you go. Right, we come now to the bronze medal matches in the under 57 kilo category. Letizia Blow of France faces Tatiana Noskova of Russia.
In blue, for Russia, 23 years of age, Tatiana Noskova. And in white for France, the winner this year of the Samsung Grand Prix, Letizia Blow.
First into the arena, Tatiana Noskova of Russia. There is Letizia Blow. Oh, big attack right away. Couldn't get the hips working in the direction she wanted and almost got countered, but she's got enough about her to unsettle Noskova. That's the thing about Blow. She never stops. She's always busy. Noskova couldn't get settled to come up with a solid counter. Misses with the Uchimata effort. Almost taken over with that Yoko Sotemiwaza. President and Vice President of the Azerbaijan Judo Federation. Almost caught. Noskova getting closest to scoring there. Uchigari and a Makikomi effort from Blows. A little bit untidy in the end and she can't come up with the score. Half the contest gone. No score yet. Neither player penalised. So nice little contest shaping up here. Again, the Makikomi effort from Blow, but it's a little bit telegraphed, and Noskova can see that one coming and she avoids it. Needs something a little bit more speed than's currently being dished out. Goes back to that right-sided Makikomi. It's an awkward-looking effort from Blow. Right-sided and then left from Blow. Neither of the efforts ending up with a score. She's keeping up the work rate. This time with right-sided Seoinage, but doesn't catch Noskova. 20 odd seconds left. Left-sided effort this time with the hip from Blow. Well, we're going to end up with golden score. It's not a bad little contest. Neither fighter was penalised. Okay, they couldn't come up with a score, but they made a good effort, both of them. Let's see what happens now, how long it takes to come up with a score.
Golden score.
Uchigari right-sided from Noskova. Blow steps off that, comes back with her own effort, but just pulls Blow on top of her really. Not quite. Uchigari and then Kosotogaki, and then almost bringing her opponent down. Blow there. It's that set of combinations that she puts together. Good effort there from the French fighter. Let's see, comes with the Sernegi and then goes back in the other direction with the OG. That was a good Sernegi effort from Letizia Blow. Noskova has a quick look up at the ceiling and thinks, I'm going to get Shido here. And she does. Just a little bit better tempo from Letizia Blow. Hard-won bronze medal there. Letizia Blow it is who takes it. Not quite sure why they're focusing on Noskova when the winner was Letizia Blow. Oh well. This was the moment you thought Blow might just get her, but didn't quite. It is again. Oh. Right, we've got one more bronze medal match to bring you. And there's Letizia Blow. Yeah, one more bronze medal match to bring you. Carla Grohl of the Netherlands faces Kifayet Gazimova of Azerbaijan. It'll be Grohl in the white judo gi and Gazimova in blue. And it could be. Well, there is Gazimova. Obviously a very popular fighter. Kifayet Gazimova in the blue judo gi and Carla Grohl in white. Well, that's out of our shot, unfortunately. Rosari on the board. Just off the sleeve there, Gazimova, throwing left-sided, coming up with Wazari. Again, as I said earlier on, we're not going to be able to connect a pair of those. Two separate things, so no score for the pushover. Gazimova still leading by Wazari. A little over 2.5 minutes still to come. Both fighters penalised for stepping out of the area. Grohl it is with a bit of work to do here. Two penalties on the board against her, and Wazari down. She'll pick up a penalty here for a false attack. Plenty of time left for Grohl. Has she got the power to get past Gazimova? I wonder. Gazimova is just such a strong fighter. Yeah, that's it. Wazari Awazetiapon. So the first medal that comes to Azerbaijan comes from a woman. How's that? Ifayat Gazimova, so long, the sole flag bearer for the women's team in Azerbaijan, picks up a bronze medal. Well, that was the last of the bronze medal matches. We've got 5 finals to bring you in a couple of minutes. We're just going to tidy things up here, and then we'll be back with all the finals. So stay with us, and we'll bring you the gold medal matches in a moment, live from Baku in Azerbaijan.
Now, questions, we're ready for the first final of the day. Women, under 48 kilos.
Live from the Sardachi Sport Olympic Center in Baku. It's the final of the under 48 kilo category in this Grand Slam 2014. Munkbat Orentsetsig of Mongolia faces Amelie Rozanov of Israel. It's Munkbat in the white judo gi and Rozanov in blue. A tall order facing the Israeli here. She has to face the current world champion. Munkbat had a bye in her first round. She then had Ippon wins in both of her contests. Aisha Gabanli of Azerbaijan and then Sumaya Akos of Turkey. Now she's up against Amelie Rozanov. Couldn't quite get the sticky foot working with the koji. It was Munkbat there. And there it is this time. Yuko on the board. That's what my colleague David McFall means about the sticky foot. Once it's in there, it doesn't seem to come off. Nice turn from Munkbat. Has to tap out as well. That was the arm. The left arm of Amelie Rozanov. Nice turn from the Mongolian. Big smile on her face.
Gold medalist in white from Mongolia is Munkbat Orentsetsig.
Looks sharp, doesn't she? World champion.
We offer you the highlights of the final.
Turn herself over, and over will go Rozanov. Great work by Munkbat.
In the final, in blue for Azerbaijan. Bronze medalist at the 2013 World Championships, Okan Safarov. In white, also for Azerbaijan, the bronze medalist at the Samsung Grand Prix this year,
Next contest is between Vuga Shirinli of Azerbaijan. He faces his teammate Orkan Safarov. It's the final of the under 60 kilo category. Shirinli, 4 contests, 4 Ippons so far. Safarov, 3 contests, 3 ippons so far. Something has got to give in this contest. Seven fights, 7 ippons between this pair.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, clap your hands for Azerbaijan.
Wonder if we'll get another one in the final. Evelyn Schopp and Fabienne Kocher of Switzerland. It was Kocher on the left, just in case you want to identify them individually. Shirinli in the white judogi, Safarov in blue. They'll just start how they want then, yeah? They've both thrown so spectacularly today. Even if we got 50% of what they've been doing earlier on today, I'd be happy with. They look so good, both of them, as did Ilgar Mushkiev. Shirinli very quickly back into the contest area, having wandered out. Didn't want to pick up a penalty and found his way back in pretty quickly. Sport for choice, the Azeris, with such quality at 60s. Missing out completely at 66, however. Not working. 3rd time that he's tried that. Shirinli, however, picks up a 3rd penalty. Oh, he's had to tap. Safarov on the arm. Quickly onto the arm. And Vugashirinli is tapping furiously there. Well, we knew that the gold medal was going to go to Azerbaijan. It was an all-Azeri final, but just not quite sure who it was going to go to. In the end, it was Safarov who came out the winner. Now we're going to have an awarding ceremony. It could be for the women in the under 48 kilo category. Stay with us and we'll bring you the final of the under 52 kilo category next.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for the awarding ceremony. Women under 48 kilo.
Birinci devre sonra kadınlar arasındaki 800 kilo çekim derecesinde yarışan galibiyetleri bir tarafından tanım yarısı olacak.
The medals will be presented by the IGF delegate of the president, as well as the trophy for the winner, Mr. Kirar Belaner. Bronze medalist for Turkey, Dilara Nokmanagin, and for Russia, Natalia Gonatova.
The medals are being presented in the under 48 kilo category. Bronze medals go to Dilara Lokmanihim of Turkey and Natalia Kondratieva of Russia. Silver medalist is Amelie Rosinu of Belgium. Gold medal goes to current world champion Munkbat Urantsetseg of Mongolia.
The prize money is presented by the IGF referee commissioner, Mr. Tonino Giulio. The flowers will be presented by the Azerbaijan Judo Federation General Treasurer, Mr. Ruslan Mamadov. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Mongolia.
And now the national anthem of Mongolia.
The next final will be for women up to 52 kilos.
Come now to the final of the under 52 kilo category, and a bruised and battered looking Annabelle Urani faces her teammate Priscilla Neto. It's the two French girls going head to head in the final of the under 52 kilo category.
In blue, representing France, the Olympic bronze medalist in London, Priscilla Judo. And in white, also for France, the winner of the Casablanca Open this year, Annabelle Urani.
Gölge'de Fransa'dan Londra'da 2 oyunlar sürücüler sahibi Priscilla Neto, Algıya'da Fransa'dan 2014 yıl Casablanca Open yarışının galibi Annabelle Urani.
Two contrasting styles, two contrasting body types, two contrasting ages. Here, everything set up for a really good battle. Almost 10 years the junior Neto here. You're only 31 and Neto 22. Depending on when Neto started judo, it's quite possible that Urani was winning world quality medals before Neto even started judo. Neto picks up a penalty for avoiding take a grip. Left side Uchimata attempted there by Urani. Got to go, can't stand there and set it up. Once that arm goes over the back. It's Neto who picks up the penalty for stepping out of the area. A second penalty now, 2:20 odd left to go. No, it's going to get penalised there. When the arm goes over, you have to attack right away. Neto picks up a third penalty, this time for a drop. She's not enjoying this contest at all. Finding it very, very difficult going against her teammate Urani. First time that she's been able to throw in an attack, but Urani dealt with that fairly easily, sporting that real shiner under the left eye. Had a look at that close up. She came to chat to us during the break. What a shiner that is. She got that on the ground, got a knee in the face, and it caught her right under the left eye. A little over a minute to go really wants to turn away from that position. You want to have your back facing your opponent. And Dave Brown agreeing. Penalising Urani for avoiding to take a grip. I want to spoil it now with spoiler judo. Well, Dave Brown had seen enough. Neither fighter wanting to take a grip. Urani takes it. Well, there'll be a bit of work for Priscilla Neto to do if she wants to keep that #1 spot, because she didn't come close to it there. Yeah, didn't get close. Grand Slam gold medal for Annabelle Urani of France.
The awarding ceremony for men under 60 kilo.
Right, we're going to have the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 60 kilo category.
The medals and the trophy will be presented by the Azerbaijan Judo Federation President, Mr. Visually Arakbayev. Bronze medalist for France, Sofian Milou, and for Uzbekistan, Sharafudin Lutfilayev.
Bronze medals go to Sofian Milou of France and Sharafuddin Lutfilayev of Uzbekistan.
Silver medalist for Azerbaijan, Vugar Shirinli.
Silver medal goes to Vugar Shirinli of Azerbaijan. The gold medal goes to Orkan Safarov of Azerbaijan. Beat everybody with Ippon today. 4 fights, 4 Ippons.
And the flowers will be presented by the Azerbaijan Judo Federation Vice President, Mr. Matvey Yelizarov.
How many Ippons there were in that under 60 kilo category, but quite a lot.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan.
Now the national anthem of Azerbaijan.
presentation with the presenters and the judo.
Judocular birliğe fotosu.
The next fighter moving from man under 66 kilos.
Nöbetli final görüşü kişiler arasında 66 kilogram çekim derecesinde olacak.
In the final in blue from Great Britain.
Final of the under 66 kilo category now. Kamal Khan Magomedov of Russia faces Colin Oates of Great Britain.
Greetings, Büyük Britanya'dan Britanya şampiyonu Colin Oates. Algıyla Rusya'dan Kamal Magomedov.
That'll be Khan Magomedov in the white judogi and Oates in blue. Just once before this pair have fought. It's lost to Kamal Khan Magomedov at the World Cup in Apia. That was in 2012. It's the only time they fought. Really explosive fighter, Khan Magomedov. Excellent throwing skills. Khan Magomedov manages to block that, and in the process, Oates picks up a penalty for a false attack. A bit harsh there. That was a good block from Khan Magomedov. Obviously aware of Oates' liking for the Satemi was waiting for it and managed to block it. Got a nice little twitch there as Oates set up Tani Otoshi, or maybe a left-sided Koso Tagaki. Here's the problem for Khan Magomedov. Sometimes a little bit loose and can get countered. Oates picks up a second penalty, this time for passivity. Should go across now. That left-sided effort. Almost there, almost. Yes. Whoa! Wazari. Smigeshi from Oates. Khan Magomedov with a little bit of thinking to do now. 2:52. Down by Wazari. Oates got to keep a clean sheet now. Doesn't want to pick up another penalty. Make things really difficult for himself. Goes again at the Sumigaeshi. .220 odd left to go. Nice contest in prospect here. Just got to keep the tempo up, as Oates. Left-sided, needs to be a little bit more determined when he goes across there to really put in a big attack. Not quite. Almost came up with the counter, Khan Magomedov. It's an Uchimata effort there. Well, I was talking about all the spectacular throwing skills of Khan Magomedov, but it was Oates who came up with the throw. Nice Sumigaeshi on the mat edge there for Wazari. And that continues to be the score that leads here with 50 odd seconds left to go. Still threatening with the Tanio Toshi. Yes, a little Koichi as well into the bargain. Just knocking Khan Magomedov off of his feet and onto his front. Half a minute left to go. Another Sutemi-waza effort from Oates. Not that convincing. But he's got his man on the ground and he's attempting to work him over down there. 20 odd seconds left to go. Not where Khan Magomedov wants to be. Also having to defend on the arm. Definitely not where you want to be. He's had a look at the clock. Already, Yosai Komi called. It's not strong, but it's really awkward. And he hasn't got the will to want to get out of there. That's the problem for Khan Magomedov. He just left him there. In the end, he didn't want it. Well, that's a terrific performance from Colin Oates. Huge smile on his face. It doesn't matter what happens now. In the future, Colin Oates can look back and take a IJF Grand Slam gold medal, put that on the mantelpiece or in the trophy cupboard, wherever you like. That's going to be there forever. Can't take that away from him now. And it's a really good performance. He beat some top draw fighters along the way to win that. That's a quality win from Oates in a good field with Farmanov, Kamal Khan Magomedov, Dmitry Dragan was in there, Elio Verdi, Karimov, Sobirov, Kadava, Golan Polak. And they all came out second best to Colin Oates. What a performance, really. High fives all round. And then the Sangaku to finish. Didn't fancy it, did he? Tried a couple of turns, but didn't really like the idea. Right, we've got the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 52 kilo category coming up next.
The medals and the trophy are presented by the IGF and the sports director, Mr. Baku. Bronze medalist for Israel, Ronnie Schwartz, and for Slovenia, Petra.
Bronze medals go to Roni Schwartz of Israel and to Petra Nareks of Slovenia. Silver medal goes to Priscilla Neto of France. The gold medal goes to Annabelle Urani of France.
Presented by the Olympic champion, Mr. Nazim Husseinov. The bouquet of flowers is presented by the Olympic bronze medalist, Mr. Mahmoud Mihaliev.
Stay with us, we've got one more final to bring you after this.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we kindly request you to stand up for the national anthem of France in France.
Now the national anthem of France.
The final picture of your VIP and the best judo in this category.
There are the medalists, Roni Schwartz, Petra Nareks, Priscilla Neto and Annabelle Urani.
We have one more final, the final for women under 57 kilos.
Sonuncu final görüşü. Kadınlar arasında 57 kilogram çelik derecesinde.
But we would like to inform you that tomorrow the competition will start the same as today, at 10 a.m. I repeat, the competition tomorrow will start the same as today, at 10 a.m.
Bir daha nezarete çektirmem sevdiğim.
Coming up next, the final of the under 57 kilo category, Sabrina Filzmoser of Austria faces Flora Beggetti of Slovenia. Slovenians have just taken a medal in the under 52 kilo category with Petra Nareks. Let's see
In the final in blue for Slovenia,
what
bronze medalist at the World
Beggetti can come up with.
Flora Beggetti, and in white for Austria, the former European champion, Sabrina Filzmoser.
Yürüyüşte Slovenya'dan 2013 Dünya Şampiyonası gümüş medal sahibi Flora Beggetti. Avdi'de Avusturya'dan Avrupa şampiyonu Sabrina Filzmoser.
Filzmer's won all her fights by Ippon today. Jetty, well, hasn't had an Ippon yet. So Filzmer's is the fighter who looks as though she's on good form. Neither fighter coming up with an attack. The first 40-odd seconds, so Vladimir Nutsubidze, the referee from Georgia, deciding to penalise both of them. Same again here, nothing's really happening. Filzmer's is not really attacking with those Ouchigari attempts, nor is Bejetti with the little foot taps. Disappointing start to this final. Could offer something better than this. Jetty picks up the penalty for passivity. It wasn't a great deal to choose between the pair of them. Really untidy effort from the pair. Filzmer's are picking up a penalty. Bejetti picking up a penalty. Surely they can come up with something a little bit more attractive than this. Well, a very disappointing final. There's still a minute to go, but both fighters have just allowed themselves to get penalised out of it. Sorry that we couldn't bring you something a little bit better to end the day on as far as the action was concerned. But stay with us and we'll bring you the awarding ceremonies after this.
In the awarding ceremony for men under 66 kilograms, the medals and the trophy will be presented by the IJF Head Referee Director, Mr. Baku. Bronze medalist from Korea, Kim Lee-hwan. And for Israel, Polak.
Presenting the medals in the under 66 kilo category now. Bronze medals go to Kim Lin-hwan of South Korea, Golan Polak of Israel. Silver medalist is Kamal Khan Magomedov of Russia. The gold medal goes to Colin Oates of Great Britain.
The flowers will be presented by the IGF referee commissioner, Mr. Franz Osborne. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Great Britain.
Now the national anthem of Great Britain.
Thank you very much. Now we picture with our all guests and the best judo in this category.
There's the final lineup. Kim Lim-hwan, Golan Polak, Kamal Khan Magomedov and Colin Oates. Right, we've got one more awarding ceremony to bring you. And that's the women in the under 57 kilo category.
Awarding ceremony for women under 57 kilo.
Kadınlar arasında 52 kilogram çeki derecesinde geçiren yarışın galibiyetini tamamlandırma merasimi.
Medals and trophy are presented by the IJF Vice President, Mr. Asif Ashkarov. Bronze medalist for Azerbaijan, Ifaya Gasimova, and for France, Laetitia Moore.
Bronze medals go to Kifayet Gazimova of Azerbaijan and Laetitia Blow of France. Silver medal goes to Flora Begeti of Slovenia. The gold medal goes to Sabrina Filzmoser of Austria.
The prize money will be presented by the IJF Education and Coaching Director, Mr. Mohamed Major. in Austria.
Now the national anthem of Austria.
Thank you very much. The nice family picture of the day with our guest and the best judoka.
Thank you very much for taking the time to join us here in Baku on this opening day of competition at the Grand Slam 2014. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock with the second day of competition. But from all of us here in Baku on the broadcast team, bye-bye for now.